Hello dear students, we are reading chapter Era of One Party Dominance, and today's class we will start from Congress as social and ideological coalition. As we know that the Indian National Congress was framed in 1885, and in its early years, it was an institution of merely English speaking people like engineers, doctors, advocates, and professors too. So, during those years, middle class, lower class, peasants, and working class people they were away from the reach of Congress. But after the civil disobedience movement, some these groups like peasants, industrialists, urban citizens, villagers, working class, middle class, lower class, all these groups all together merged in Congress, joined Congress. Then Congress was spread into up to the every part of the nation and became most dominating party in India as a pressure group over the British. And many of these small parties like peasants party, lower class, upper class, they merged their identities within the Congress and they contested elections on Congress seats. But as we know, if the party is very big, then differences are usual on various issues and points. So it was with the Congress, there were differences on various issues between these small groups and main Congress leadership. But these small groups were allowed to contest their elections on their own issues independently. But inside the Congress or inside the boundaries, uh, uh, sphere of Congress. That's why these small parties, had freedom in itself they were merged in Congress. So they did not leave Congress even after disputes and differences with Congress. And during that period, there was Communist Party of India. It was emerged in 1920s, and with its ideologies based on Bolshevik revolution in Russia, and it was also affected by the change in political ground in China. A.K. Gopalan, S.A. Dange, E.M.S. Nambudiri Pad, P.C. Joshi, Ajay Ghosh, and P. Sundaraya were the most notable leaders of this Communist Party of India. Okay, so some of these parties which got merged with Congress were socialist parties. Later they separated from Congress and became opposition party. So those parties who separated from Congress in later years became opposition party, and now that is next point is tolerance and management of factions. As I told you that the party who joined Congress, who merged their identities Congress, they have right to contest their own elections on their own issues even after differences with Congress. They were not allowed to leave Congress. That's why Congress was main party And in 1951, Bharatiya Janasangh was framed by Shyama Prasad Mukherjee and became founder president. And its ideologies were they demanded for uh, replacement of English with Hindi. They demanded for preservation of Indian culture, and they also advocated for developing nuclear weapon after China's development of nuclear weapon. In the 1950s, Janasangh remained on margin of electoral politics, and in first general election 1952, Bharatiya Janasangh won only 3 seats. In second elections, it managed 4 seats, and leaders like uh, Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay, Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, Balraj Madhok, they were very prominent leaders of Bharatiya Janasangh. And today's Bharatiya Janata Party got its origin from the Bharatiya Janasangh that was framed by Shyama Prasad Mukherjee. And emergence of opposition parties, as we know that in first 3 general elections, no party could manage to get vote share up to uh, opposition position. But when those parties who got very little number of seats, few number of seats like 3, 4 or so on, they got merged and they sit in opposition. And especially the parties which earlier were in Congress, and with their some differences, they left Congress and then they sat in opposition. And there was Swatantrata Party. Swatantrata Party was mainly framed by C. Rajagopalachari, K. M. Munshi, N. G. Ranga, and Mintu Masani in 1959 on the grounds of cooperative farming. So C. Rajagopalachari were the prominent leader of Swatantrata Party, and he was also a senior Congress leader. So dear students, in this chapter we studied the one party dominance that was done by Congress, and Congress also played a key role in freedom struggle, as the ability of Congress to accommodate all interests and all aspirations for political power steadily declined. Other political parties started gaining a greater significance. Thus, Congress dominance constitutes only one phase in the politics of country. We shall come to the other phase in later parts of this book. Okay. So after that, Congress started declination, and it declined at last. So this is the one phase of Congress dominance. Other phase of Congress related to Congress we will discuss in later parts of this textbook. And here is a picture of Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, who was prominent leader of Bharatiya Janasangh, and he was also leader of Hindu Mahasabha and founder of Bharatiya Janasangh. So dear students, here we complete chapter era of one party dominance. So in next class we will discuss the next one. Thank you for watching this video.